Is moving. All set for the first. Field of 5. J.K. Down is Steve Mason. Island Zane, Rick Armstrong. Then Cocan Emily. Euless Gallant, Woodmere Ringer from the 4 holes. Gilles Barrio, and outside 5, Cocan Rebel and Jerry Gallant. A field of 5 here in race number 1. First of 8 live dashes on this Wednesday afternoon of racing. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Woodmere Ringer out for the early lead. Up on the inside, Island Zane gets away with him. Around the turn, Island Zane outside. Woodmere Ringer now takes it. Woodmere Ringer has the lead. Island Zane second. Now getting away third, J.K. Down at the pylons. And fourth, Cocan Emily. And Cocan Rebel trails the field. And Barrio has set up shop with the 2-year-old colt, Woodmere Ringer. He's on the lead, leading by a length and a half. Second, going to Island Zane early on. Third, J.K. Down. Then fourth, Cocan Emily. And trailing Cocan Rebel single file by that opening quarter. An opening panel of 31 and 4. 31 and 4, that opening quarter, and a comfortable lead for Woodmere Ringer. Island Zane is second. Then third, J.K. Down. Cocan Emily still sits in fourth. And fifth, Cocan Rebel. There's still single file order. 3/8 in off the turn. Through the stretch to the half, Woodmere Ringer. On top by 2. Racing second, Island Zane. And getting it on the inside, J.K. Down starting to make up some ground. Then fourth to Cocan Emily and trailing Cocan Rebel the half, and 104 and 1 as they round the turn. It's Woodmere Ringer. Woodmere Ringer then second, Island Zane. Third to J.K. Down. Fourth, Cocan Emily and trailing Cocan Rebel. And they've been sitting that way since the quarter pole. And nobody out driving, but there goes J.K. Down on the outside, advancing now from third as they drive onto the 3/4. And by that marker, it's Woodmere Ringer by 2 still. Then racing second still is Island Zane, 135 and 4. Outside, battling hard is J.K. Down. Then outside comes Cocan Rebel and Cocan Emily as they drive to the final 8th pole. It's still Woodmere Ringer, and he's trying to go coast to coast here, leading at every station and still leading. Island Zane is second. Outside, J.K. Down, and up the inside, Cocan Emily. Lots of pace, but it's all Woodmere Ringer here in the first. Under wraps, winner Island Zane second, and looks like Cocan Emily got the third on the inside. The mile 2:08. The winner, Woodmere Ringer, scoring in 2:08. Parading back to the winner's circle, winner of the first, number 4, Woodmere Ringer. 2-year-old gelding by Western Success out of the Willowbird mare, Diplomat Katie. Owned by Roger O'Coin, trained and driven by Gilles Barrio. And Woodmere Ringer picks up his second win from 3 lifetime outings. And over the off footing today, 2:08. 2:08 for Woodmere Ringer, the winner of race 1. Stutters for race number 2, approaching the top of the stretch. We have Scorpy and John Davidson. Ryan's Fancy, Gilles Barrio, Landfair Anna, Sam Hodgen. Action Raider and Lonnie Stokes, Lucky Northern Star, and Mark Haig, the outside 5 post. 5 across the gate for this, the second of the afternoon. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Ryan's Fancy, the free-legged, stepping out for it. Then on the inside rather, getting away, that is Scorpy. And then on the outside now, Lonnie Stokes getting to second with Action Raider. Back in third, Scorpy, getting away fourth, Landfair Anna. And trailing at the back, Lucky Northern Star as they race on to the opening quarter they go. And Barrio again has set up shop on the lead. And he's got Ryan's Fancy on top, leading by a length and a quarter. Racing second, Action Raider. Then third, Scorpy, an opening quarter, 30 seconds. Then Landfair Anna tracks it back. Fourth, Lucky Northern Star trails fifth as they move single file towards the 3/8, cutting the fractions. Ryan's Fancy. Then racing second in the pocket trip, Action Raider. Gapped out third, Scorpy. Then Landfair Anna from fourth, and trailing fifth halfway home, Lucky Northern Star through the stretch. First time around, led by Ryan's Fancy. Then, and moving out a bit here over Action Raider. who's now about 2.5, 3 lengths back. Then Landfair Anna, first up, Challenger driving up third the half, 102 and 3. Then Scorpy fourth, then trailing fifth, Lucky Northern Star as they drive on to the 5/8. It's Ryan's Fancy on the lead. Landfair Anna on the outside. She can grind it out, and she's on the outside and getting to second. Inside third, Action Raider. Then fourth, Lucky Northern Star, and trailing at the backfield, that is on the inside, Scorpy, and Barrio has asked Ryan's Fancy for some more, and he is responding. 3/4, 1:34 and 1. Ryan's Fancy by half a dozen. Then Landfair Anna second, and right there, third, Action Raider. Fourth, Lucky Northern Star. Scorpy with 1/8 of a mile to go. It's all Ryan's Fancy. Ryan's Fancy in the home stretch. Landfair Anna is still there. On the outside, Lucky Northern Star has some late pace, but it's going to be all Ryan's Fancy winning it easily. Landfair Anna second, and up the rail, Action Raider does get the third. The time for the mile, 2:05 and 1. Ryan's Fancy. Back to the winner's circle, winner of race 2, number 2, Ryan's Fancy. Free-legged pacer, he's a 4-year-old gelding by Liz Ryan out of the Boone and Crockett mare, Rose's Rose, owned by Rolly Larkin, Hunter River. Trained by Earl Fram, Gilles Barrio in the driver's seat. Ryan's Fancy picks up win 5 of the season, and the mile in 2:05 and 1. Field 4, race number 3, we have got a Sabra, John Davidson on the inside, D Smart Indy and Sam Hodgen from post 2. 3 is Ferocious and Rick Armstrong. 4, Consider Me Lucky. Mark Hagan from your outside 5, Speed Indeed, and Joe Barrio. Field of 5, this is the third of the afternoon. 5 starters across the racetrack. Here they come. Ferocious on a break. Off and pacing, Consider Me Lucky is gone out to grab the early lead. Goddess Sabra gets away racing in second. D Smart Indy third, Speed Indeed sits fourth, and after the break, Ferocious back on the pace as they drive on to the opening 8th pole, and they're by that marker. Consider Me Lucky has the lead, and racing second, Goddess Sabra, then third, D Smart Indy as they race on to the opening quarter, then fourth, Speed Indeed, and trailing Ferocious tries to catch the field, and they were backing up a little bit up the backside, and Mark Haig still has the lead though, 30 and 2 that opening quarter. The inquiry sign is up, so keep that in mind. Inquiry is up. And Consider Me Lucky leading. Racing second, Goddess Sabra. Third to D Smart Indy. Racing fourth, Speed Indeed. And he's making a move now from fourth, then trailing Ferocious. She has caught the field though. 3/8 of the mile in. Through the stretch to the half. Consider Me Lucky on top. Racing second, Goddess Sabra. D Smart Indy, Speed Indeed still sits in. He had moved, but back in again. The half in 1:05 and 4. Around that turn they go. Consider Me Lucky. Then racing second, Goddess Sabra. Third, going to D Smart Indy, Speed Indeed's going to do it from the backfield. Out from fourth and trailing Ferocious. And she's rolled off stride again as they drive on to the 3/4 they go. Consider Me Lucky. Racing second, Goddess Sabra. Outside driving third, Speed Indeed. Racing fourth, D Smart Indy, and Ferocious by the 3/4. Consider Me Lucky 1:38 and 1 by the 3rd quarter, and it's Consider Me Lucky looking to go coast to coast, and she's got the lead here and looking strong. Speed Indeed on the outside trying to collar her in this final 8th, but it's all Consider Me Lucky through the home stretch. Speed Indeed second, Goddess Sabra third, then on the outside D Smart Indy's going to try it 3 wide, but Consider Me Lucky gets some pretty good break in fractions and will have enough just to hang on about half a length the winner over Speed Indeed second, and for third D Smart Indy. We do remind you though, the inquiry sign is up. The mile 2:09 and 2. Again, the inquiry sign is up. Hold all tickets, please. Parading back to the wire, your unofficial winner of the third. Number 4, Consider Me Lucky, a 4-year-old daughter of Northern Luck, out of the Happy Motoring mare, Crim and Crimson. Owned by Shyla Watson, trained by Pat Eastwood. Mark Haig in the driver's seat. Consider Me Lucky winning 2:09 and 2. Consider Me Lucky picking up win 4 of the season. Again, the mile over the off track, 2:09 and 2. Congratulations. And the Stutters for the fourth race. Behind the gate and approaching top of the stretch, Katahdin Country. And John Davidson as the inside. From post 2, Giz Can Do and Lonnie Stokes. 3, Finally Laughing, Sam Hodgen. Scoring 4, Stagecoach Thunder and Charlie Price. And your outside 5 is Burton Ernie, Gilles Barrio. 5 across, here they come. They're off and pacing, and Stagecoach Thunder thundering out for the early lead, getting away, looking for the top. Katahdin Country gets away from the inside second. Then third, Giz Can Do. On the outside, fourth, Burton Ernie. And trailing fifth at the backfield, Finally Laughing. Now fourth as Burton Ernie takes a back seat, and now sitting fifth as they race on to the opening quarter. And Charlie Price is setting the early tempo with Stagecoach Thunder on top. Sitting second, Katahdin Country. Third to Giz Can Do. Finally Laughing sits in fourth. Burton Ernie trails fifth, 31 and 1. That opening quarter up for Stagecoach Thunder. Leading a length and a half, Katahdin Country second. Gap of 2 more to racing third, Giz Can Do. Finally Laughing, racing fourth, and Burton Ernie trails fifth. 3/8 of the mile now as they come off the turn through the stretch, racing to the half-mile point. And your leader up top, Stagecoach Thunder. Then in the pocket, Katahdin Country second. Here comes Finally Laughing on the outside. He's advanced to third. The half in 1:03 and 2. Then fourth to Giz Can Do. Burton Ernie trails. And moving now from the backfield as they drive on to the 5/8 they go. Stagecoach Thunder looking brave on the lead. Katahdin Country has had a great trip. Davidson sits in the pocket with him. On the outside, Finally Laughing. Inside, Giz Can Do. And Burton Ernie trails the field. On to the 3/4. It's Stagecoach Thunder. He's the one to beat, and he's been on top every step of the way. 3/4, 1:34 and 3 as they round the turn. Stagecoach Thunder on top. Sitting second now, Katahdin Country. Third, Giz Can Do. Burton Ernie's got some light pace. He's angled out from fourth, going for third now. But it's all Stagecoach Thunder in the lane. Stagecoach Thunder, Katahdin Country's going to try him. And Burton Ernie and Giz Can Do for third. But it's all Stagecoach Thunder, and he wins easily. In for second, Katahdin Country. Giz Can Do third, head of Burton Ernie. And back to Finally Laughing in fifth. Time for the mile, 2:04 and 3 for Stagecoach Thunder. Parading back to the wire, winner of race number 4. Number 4, Stagecoach Thunder, a 7-year-old gelding by Bruce My Boy out of the River Rouge mare, Red Filly. Owned by Terry Price. Charlie Price trains and drives. And Stagecoach Thunder picks up his 5th win. Winning here over the off-footing, 2:04 and 3. A gate-to-wire effort for Stagecoach Thunder. And he gets the job done. Nice trip, 2:04 and 3. Top of the stretch for the 5th Rocket Musical, John Davidson, Rhodey Ryan, Gilles Barrio, No Nonsense Now, Doug Falcons Jr. Q Down and Steve Mason, Largo's son, Lonnie Stokes, Everybody Loves Raymond, and Sam Hodgen. 6 across the gate this time around, race 5. Here they come. They're off and Rocket Musical going for it, but not for long. No Nonsense Now is getting away strong, but he's parked into the first turn. Then Rhodey Ryan gets away third. 4th to the inside is Largo's son. Then 5th to Q Down, and trailing the field At the back, Everybody Loves Raymond as they march on to the opening quarter. And Johnny D as Rocket Musical pointed on the lead. Out by a length and a half, Rody Ryan Pocket sitting second. Finding a spot now, No Nonsense Now, sitting in from third. Largo Sun fourth. And fifth to Q down. And trailing the field is Everybody Loves Raymond, that opening quarter, 30-4 up for that first quarter. And the leader, Rocket Musical, out by about a length and a half still. Rody Ryan is second. No Nonsense Now. Here comes Largo Sun. He's going to try it. First up on the outside. That'll leave No Nonsense Now back in fourth. On the outside, moving with cover from fifth and driving on. Here comes Everybody Loves Raymond. Q down can see them all, but he decides to move. 3 in and 3 out halfway home. And your leader up top, Rocket Musical, setting the tempo of the half. 104 and 1 as they round the turn. It's Rocket Musical. On the outside, Largo Sun first up, Challenger second. Rody Ryan on the inside right there, and she's back to second. Largo Sun third, then Everybody Loves Raymond fourth. Fifth on the outside goes Q down and trailing No Nonsense Now. Onto the three quarters, Rocket Musical, Rody Ryan back to second. Then on the outside, Everybody Loves Raymond. He can score from the backfield, and he's flying the three quarters in 135. And there goes Rody Ryan, pocket riding out from second and going after the leader, Rocket Musical. Rody Ryan on the outside second. 3 wide move for Everybody Loves Raymond. Third with an eighth of a mile to go, Rocket Musical. Rody Ryan on the outside coming to him. Rody Ryan has cleared the lead in the stretch. Rocket Musical coming back on again, but it's tight. Rody Ryan wins it. Rocket Musical second, and Everybody Loves Raymond third. The mile 2:06 and 3, and the winner was Rody Ryan getting up in the lane. The mile 2:06 and 3. Back to the winner's circle. Winner of race 5, number 2, Rody Ryan. Rody Ryan, a 5-year-old daughter of Liz Ryan, out of the Joe G. Hanover mare, Jovial Hustler. Alma Gerald Alexander, trained by Pat Eastwood. Eastwood's second win on the program. And Jill Barrio in the driver's seat, Rody Ryan, 2:06 and 3, the winner. Fifth race winner, Rody Ryan, picking up her second of the season, 2:06 and 3. 6 claiming pacers lining up. We've got Bob's Birthday, Ricky Collins on the inside from post 2. Woodmere Starlane and Steve Mason. Woodmere Coal Dust. Bob McNeil from post 3. Bob Weiser scores 4. Gilles Barrio from 5. Adam Jack. Rick Armstrong and outside 6. Arcane Agent Sam Hodgen. 6 Stutters. Here they come. They're off. Bob's Birthday going for it, but Bob Weiser on the outside goes for it around the turn, and he grabs it. Bob Weiser pointed to the lead. Then racing second is Bob's Birthday. Racing third now, Adam Jack, and Rick Armstrong's got him at the pylons. Racing in third, Woodmere Coal Dust steps it back in fourth. Then it's Woodmere Starlane fifth, and trailing the field at the back, that's Arcane Agent as they drive to the opening quarter, and it's Bob Weiser and Barrio out by about 5 lengths. Racing second, Bob's Birthday, 29 and 4 that opening quarter. Then sitting back third, Adam Jack. Racing fourth, Woodmere Coal Dust. Then it's Woodmere Starlane, and trailing the field still, Arcane Agent Bob Weiser. He is out, but not with his usual lengthening here, but he's only out by about 4 lengths now with Bob's Birthday. Staying close to him second. Then Adam Jack racing third, back fourth, and gapped out a bit, Woodmere Coal Dust. Here comes Woodmere Starlane, and trailing halfway home, Arcane Agent Bob Weiser. Probably his shortest lead on the program at the half-mile point. He was there 1:02 and 2. Bob Weiser on top. Bob's Birthday second. Then sitting third, Adam Jack. Back in fourth, that's Woodmere Starlane. Fifth, Woodmere Coal Dust. And trailing the field at the back, Arcane Agent onto the three quarters. Bob Weiser still leading. Bob's Birthday's going to pull it early, and he's on the outside, challenging second and going right on by now. Bob's Birthday has the lead. And right behind him, Adam Jack now comes to second. Bob Weiser is third, 3/4, 134 and 2. Then it's back to Woodmere, Star Lane, Woodmere, Coal Dust, and Arcane Agent as they drive to the final eighth. And now moving out, Bob's Birthday's got a good 3-length lead over Adam Jack, who is second. Bob Weiser still holds on to third. Less than an eighth to go. Bob's Birthday pointing his heels to the field here in the lane. Bob's Birthday, then second Adam Jack, and Bob Weiser's going to hold for third. But it's Bob's Birthday, and he wins easy. In for second was Adam Jack, and Bob Weiser finishes third. The mile 2:06 and 1 for Bob's Birthday. Back to the winner's circle, the winner of race number 6, number 1, Bob's Birthday. 7-year-old gelding by Happy Elchie out of the San Sam mare, Sheltered Angel. All by Scott Hubbard. Ricky Collins co-owns, trains, and drives Bob's Birthday. Back in the winner's circle here this afternoon. 7th winning trip of the season. And the mile 2:06 and 1. Bob's Birthday. Perfect pocket trip, and he comes up to win it. Getting his 7th of the year, 2:06 and 1. And the Stutters 4, race 7, our main event. Top of the stretch, we have Bert and Bert and Lonnie Stokes. Aries Donna, Charlie Price, Salzbrook Dandy, and Jill Barrio. Then we have Camco Kyle, John Davidson, Talking About My Boy, and Sam Hodgen. That's your field, a field of 5 this time around. Top class, and Aries Donna's rolled off stride. Here they come. They're off, and Salzbrook Dandy quickly rushes for the lead. Salzbrook Dandy's got it. Then Burton Burke gets away, racing in second around the turn. Camco Kyle races back in fourth. Then fifth, Talking About My Boy, and trailing our East Dawn and freewheeling on the lead, Salzbrook Dandy. He's out by half a dozen early on. Burton Burt is racing second, Camco Kyle third. Talking About My Boy fourth, and trailing fifth is our East Donna, that opening quarter, and Barrio takes a hold of Salzbrook Dandy, 29 and 3, and Burton Bird is closing in on him. Racing second, and he's about 2.5 lengths back now. Then Camco Kyle's going to angle out soon from third. Then Talking About My Boy fourth, and trailing fifth, our East Donna 3/8 in, Salzbrook Dandy on top. Racing second on the inside, Burton Bird. Here comes Camco Kyle on the outside. He's stepping up and going for it. Halfway home, Salzbrook Dandy has it. Camco Kyle on the outside second. The half 1:01 and 4, and Davidson will angle in Camco Kyle into the 2-hole as Salzbrook Dandy the half again 1:01 and 4 as they drive past the 5/8. Salzbrook Dandy, Camco Kyle length and a half away in second. Then third to Burton Burt, Talking About My Boy fourth, and trailing fifth, Aries Donna. Camco Kyle back out for the drive again. Salzbrook Dandy has it on the inside. 3/4 in 1:33. Salzbrook Dandy, Camco Kyle coming to him on the outside, but Dandy moves out now, and he moves out by 2.5. Make it 3 in this final eighth. Salzbrook Dandy racing second, Camco Kyle. Battle right now is for third, Burton Burt, Talking About My Boy, but it's Salzbrook Dandy. He's going to win it here. Salzbrook Dandy, and Barrio, his fourth of the night. Second was Camco Kyle, Talking About My Boy third, and for fourth was Burton Burt. Back fifth, our East Donna. The mile 2:03 and 2, Salzbrook Dandy, our top class winner. And back to the winner's circle with his fourth driving win of the day, driver Gilles Barrio, and our top class winner, number 3, Salzbrook Dandy, a 4-year-old son of Justice Denied out of the Die Laughing mare, Little Heaven. Owned by Cassandra Fram and Burt Waddell. Earl Fram gets his second training win of the day. And Gilles Barrio, again, his fourth of the day, winning with Salzbrook Dandy, top class winner, 2:03 and 2. From Delaware, Ohio. And don't forget Little Brown Jug Day tomorrow here at Exhibition Park, as we're moving in the Stutters. Race 8, the finale is Olympic Odyssey and Doug Falcons Jr., Wild Cherry, and Sam Hodgen, Diamond Hard, Mark Haig, Shady Martin, and Charlie Price. Breaking Free, Ricky Collins, and Stagecoach Gambler, and John Davidson, Gers Gazoo, Scratched. That's your field 6 this time around to finish off this Wednesday of racing. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Good start in here. Olympic Odyssey busting out for the early lead, way wide. That's breaking free around the turn. Then Shady Martin 3 wide on the outside, getting caught out. Then inside, battling for third is Wild Cherry. Back fourth, Stagecoach Gambler, and trailing the field, Diamond Hard. On way to the opening quarter they go. A battle up front. Olympic Odyssey breaking free on the outside. Then racing third is Shady Martin, angling into the pylons. And some confusion there, 29-4, that opening quarter. And up top and cutting it, it's Olympic Odyssey taking everyone tonight. Racing second on the outside. Shady Martin is parked though. Then breaking free, now in. Then on the outside, moving with cover and driving up. Here comes Stagecoach Gambler through the stretch, racing to the half-mile point, led by Olympic Odyssey. Then park second is Shady Martin. Outside third, Stagecoach Gambler. Fourth, breaking free, then moving Wild Cherry and Diamond Hard trails. They were by the half and even 1:02. And Olympic Odyssey has the lead. Racing second, Shady Martin. Remind you the inquiry is up as Stagecoach Gambler drives up quickly. And Olympic Odyssey looks to have stopped up the backstretch, and he's actually angled off the cones. And Shady Martin is going to the inside. And again, the inquiry sign is up on the board. Hold all tickets, please. Confusion as they drive on to the 3/4, and they're 3 wide again. 3/4, 1:34-3, and 3 wide. That's Sam Hodgen, and Wild Cherry has collared the leaders. Then Stagecoach Gambler inside Olympic Odyssey. He's not done yet. And on the outside, Shady Martin's going to try it again. And an 1/8 of a mile to go here. Down the stretch they come, and they're getting tight quarters. And on the outside, breaking free is broke free in the lane. Breaking free, and he gets up. And Wild Cherry, it's picture time. And they were tight at the wire. The mile 2:07-3. The inquiry sign is up. All kinds of confusion in that final. Please hold all tickets in this 8th race. Inquiry sign.